What is going on, you guys? It is a Flash Gamer here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips for beginner droners. And these are things that I wish I had known when I had just started being a drone pilot, I guess you could say. And these are just some really cool things that I've picked up over my time flying drones. Okay, so the first tip is to make sure that you do the compass calibration correctly and thoroughly. So when you turn your drone on with GPS drones, and you turn everything on, everything's hooked up, it'll say compass calibration or calibrate compass 1. And so, oh yeah, I'll do this whole thing. And so what that means is, especially with like the Hubsan X4H 501S Advanced, that's the one that I have. It means to rotate it 360 degrees clockwise while it's horizontal to the ground. So, and you don't want to rush through this because it might mess up the calibration. And what that does is it could cause a toilet bowl effect, and that's where the drone does this on its own instead of trying to hover there. So you want to make sure that you do very slow and very precise. So that is drone tip number 1. Okay, so drone tip number 2 is to make sure that you learn how to hover. So what I mean by that is when you first get your drone, what most people do is they try and shoot the drone way up in the air and fly it as far as they can out. And the problem with that is with some drones and most drones, you'll get a flyaway. And most people don't know how to control their drones, and it's like flying all around and they can't get it to land, and it's because they don't know how to keep it in one spot. So instead of turning it on, making it fly as high as you can get it to go, try and just do this. So that was tip number 2. Okay, so drone tip number 3 is to try and learn how to fly line of sight, and not like with some drones you get FPV and it's like the screen, and you don't want to learn how to fly on that. What you want to do is learn how to fly it with just your eye. So get it going. And you want to make sure that you can fly at line of sight, because this will teach you all the fundamentals of drone flying. And you also want to master the hover, because that can come in handy dandy sometimes. So just get a little flying right now. That was drone tip number 3. So drone tip number 4 is learning how to take off and land with your drone. So what you want to be able to do is get the drone going, bring it up, and bring it back down. Now the reason you want to learn how to master this is because I've seen on YouTube, I've seen people, they try and land the drone and it does like a flip and it'll land on its like top side, and that can mess up the propellers. It can mess up all the things inside of the drone, all the software and hardware, and can mess everything about your drone up. So you really want to learn how to take off and land your drone properly and master that skill. So that was drone tip number 4. So drone tip number 5 is to always know which way your drone is oriented. The drone can be oriented this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, any other way. So what you really want to know is how to control your drone. That is number 1, like the number 1 key with drone piloting, is knowing how to fly it, and always make sure that you're safe. So you don't want to have the drone facing this way and think it's facing that way, because then you'll be controlling it to make it go left and it'll go left, and make it go right and it'll go right, but you think it's the other way around. So you always want to know which way. And whichever way the drone is facing, that is always front. So let's get it going. Right now the drone is facing that way. So because the back is to me, the left on the controller it'll make the drone go left. The right on the controller makes it go right. Forward and backwards. And if the drone was turned this way, left would make the drone come at me, right would make the drone go away, forward and backwards. Drone's facing this way, it's the complete opposite of when it's facing away from you. This is forward, it'll come at you. Backward, left, and right. So you always want to know which way your drone is oriented to prevent crashes. If you want to bring the drone left and the drone's facing towards you, it'll go right, and if there's a tree to your right, you could crash your drone and possibly damage the entire thing and mess it all up. So you always want to know how your drone is oriented. So that was tip number 5. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel, share this video with everyone you know, and comment down below what videos you guys want me to make next. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!